Hi, my name's Peter Young. I'm the CEO of Event Management Solutions, and it's come down to me to welcome you to the inaugural Isle of Man Festival of Motoring. Just a little bit about me. I used to be a police officer, spent 30 years working on the island, much of that in roads policing, from the collision side of it and the enforcement side. So when we bring the cars over, I can speak on behalf of my colleagues or ex-colleagues. First of all, I want to welcome you. The Isle of Man is a great place to be, a great place to drive, to work and enjoy yourselves. I still gain a lot of pleasure from driving around the island, and I hope you will too. It has fallen to me to give you a quick briefing on some of the issues we do have. You might ask why I'm doing this. I can tell you that some other groups have come over, not organised, not properly arranged, and they have raced around our country roads and been sent back with penalty points and fines in their pocket. So the police are obviously very wary of large groups of people coming over. Hence, I'm talking to you now. Some of my thoughts for you. We don't have a national speed limit. Once you see that black bar against the white background, you can technically go as fast as you want. But I'm a great believer in saying that every road and every driver have their own limits, and you must stick within those limits. The speed limits as well. We have a very, shall we say, relaxed attitude towards signs. We will put a sign up saying a 30-mile-an-hour limit starts here, but then we don't do repeater signs very well. So you might travel for 3 or 4 miles in the speed limit, and unless you clock that first sign, you might miss it. So please be aware that all built up areas are 30-mile-an-hour limits, possibly 40s on the borders, but all housing estates and things like that are 20 miles an hour. Please be careful. We do have a reciprocal agreement with the UK now. If you're caught speeding or doing anything you shouldn't, it'll be an automatic 3 to 6 points plus a heavy fine, and that goes back home on your licence, I'm afraid. You'll find we've got great country roads, no motorways, one stretch of dual carriageway which must be all of 300 yards. So our roads are really nice, true country roads. Some of the main roads are well maintained, well cut back, the hedges are good and well signed. Some of the more rural roads, you'll find the hedges are growing in, there are less signage, and to be honest, some of our corners tighten up really well on you and can easily find you and your car buried in a sod bank. One of the roads you're going to drive is the Slough. I hope you all get to enjoy it on an open road day, but we're also going to drive it on closed roads. You'll get the chance to do it twice. You'll meet at the coffee cottage and be directed down from there, but once you hit our start area, it is a 65 miles an hour limit. You've already signed your indemnities, and I want you to take you briefly through the route. You start off a few sweeping bends, sharp right, start the climb up the hill, and you are immediately into a sharp S-bend. This tightens up really bad for you, and please be aware of that. You then continue on up the hill, lovely Manx stone walls on your right hand side and a beautiful view down over Langness in the south of the island. Unfortunately, the end of that stretch, there is a little corner that looks quite innocuous, but then as you sweep into the right hander, it tightens up severely on you, and again the near side bank just beckons. Then we're off over the top, quite sweeping bends and a run in to a very sharp right hander. This is going to have extra signs put out on it for us. They're not there for our enjoyment. Please be aware when you see those signs, knock the speeds right back. It is over blind crests straight into a bend, so you need to be aware of that. Then there's a run down, 2 long straights divided up by a short S-bend, and that's the end of the run. You'll see my staff there. If you're going round for the second run, you turn right and just follow the signs. If you want to continue straight on and go and join the rest of the tour, it's straight on, follow the road down, and that brings you back to Coffee Cottage, where you're welcome to stop and have food and drink. So that's the Slough. The second big event really is the concourse on Loch Promenade. There's a lot of work being done over here to get this promenade shut for you. It's usually for pedestrians only. You're going to get the advantage of being able to park up on there, and it is absolutely adjacent to the town centre, and we have the Isle of Man Food and Drink Festival on at the same time. That is literally a 2-minute walk away and into the Villa Marina Gardens, where all the Manx produce and everything is on show and for sale. The locals have been told you're there. They will be coming down to look at your cars. If you're with your car, have a chat, and hopefully there'll be a lot of people coming to see your car especially. The next run is the Sunday, which is the TT course. You've got your times in the pack. Please don't be late arriving at the grandstand. We're on a tight schedule to get away, and you are one of the very few groups that have been allowed to do this. You're being taken from the TT grandstand, which is the start and finish line of the famous TT course. You're being taken under police escort straight through, absolutely round the course. This is the same place that everybody races. You'll follow round, all the way round under escort. All the junctions are staffed for you, all the traffic lights are staffed for you, so we will have a convoy of 300 cars moving through the island. Again, the locals have been asked to come out, wave to you and show their appreciation, not only of your cars, but for you for coming over after we've had these difficult times. Please wave back to them, give them a hoot on the horn, whatever you fancy is appropriate, all the way through to Ramsey. That is on open roads. There will be cars coming the opposite direction, and you are under escort, so it should be nice and safe for you. When we reach Ramsey, we turn off the course and loop round, and again come back to the Murrick Prom Hotel. Once you're on the road there, you'll be asked to park up. There are signs and staff there to help you park up. Unfortunately, because we have to delay you going over the mountain, certain cars will go quite quickly, others will have to wait. If you have to wait after a certain point, we've got times and people out there who will be able to advise you. Go into the town, have a coffee, use the facilities in the park, whatever you feel comfortable doing. If you do go for a drive, please be aware of the times you must be back on site. Again, we have been very lucky. The police, the government, and many departments have worked together to actually get the mountain road closed for you. You'll be sent via signs up to the start of the mountain road at a place called Whitegate in Barrule Park. Again, there'll be a short delay while we all get you in order, and you've all got your different stickers to say which group you're in. We will have one of the road closing and road opening cars at the front. These guys are very experienced and open and close the road for the TT, so they know the road, they know the speeds to travel at. They will take you over. Again, there's a limit of a maximum of 85 miles an hour. For the fast people in you, please obey that 85. The lead car will only do 85, and follow his lines. If you're with that car, the experience of sweeping the bends and getting the racing lines right is a fantastic experience. If you want to take a little bit more time, feel free. The road is yours. There should not be anything coming in the opposite direction, but please always be aware of the limits of the road and the limits you have. I will talk through a few corners shortly, but please be aware at all times of your own limits. So we've started at Barrule Park. We'll then take you up round the hairpin, a really sharp left, and up towards Waterworks. Climbing steadily up through Waterworks itself. It looks like a tight right-hander, and it is. The wall creeps out towards you. The last bend after the apex really tightens in. There's a low wall there, and it is marked by the TT signs, but always please be aware of that one. I don't want to have to send the tow truck up after 4 cars have gone up. We're through Waterworks then, and again straight into Guthries. You'll see it coming. It's an uphill right-hander and it's quite harsh. The road doesn't have the best surface on there. It is slippy, and if you push it too hard, those you're in rear wheel drive, you'll find the back end stepping out and pointing your nose towards your offside. Those you're in front wheel drive, you'll find you're losing adhesion and heading for the near side bank again. Once you're through there, you can build the speeds up towards Guthrie's Memorial. Absolutely great run up there, perfect views out to the right, looking right over the north of the island up to the Point of Ayre. If it's a good day, you can look over to your right, you'll be able to pick out Scotland and Northern Ireland, both on the horizon. But we're going up towards Guthrie's. Then you'll sweep in on a left-hander, then you're into a tightening right-hander. Uphill again, and again, the racing line is good, but off the racing line you'll find it quite slippy. So please be aware when you're pushing the power in to take you up the following hill. Then we're sweeping round, we've got Mountain Box, double series of right-handers away down through. Quick right-hander into towards the Black Hut. Black Hut is a really open bend. You can see all the way through, and if anybody gets it wrong on there, I don't think you should have a driving license, but that's only an opinion. Get round there and you're into the veranda. Absolutely famous series of 4 right-hand bends, flat out for the bikes, fully cranked over. You can push on in there. The good ones will get those 4 bends into one corner, but those of you not, take it easy, enjoy it, and then you can enjoy the view down to your left, down through the Laxey Valley and off towards North Wales. We'll then come in, once we're out of the veranda, you're coming into the bungalow. This is really important to me. They're not serious bends, they're not hard bends to take, but there is a tram crossing there. We've been unable to stop the railways. It's a major tourist attraction, but electric trams cross the road. There aren't going to be many of them, but it is possible that as you go up the mountain, you will find a tram crossing the road. There are going to be signs, marshals and everything like that for you, so you get plenty of warning of them. And the last thing we need is a car in the side of a tram, simply because the trams always come off best. Once you cross the tram lines, it's great. You're up towards Duke's, then you've got the runs round, couple of left-handers, 32nd, 33rd, nothing really serious there. They're all governed by white lines. Again, you're on closed roads, but if you drift over them, that's fine. Then you're down to Kate's Cottage, that infamous white cottage sat up on the hill prior to the drop to Craignabar. Couple of little tight left-handers there, shouldn't cause you any problem. Then you come down to the Craignabar Straight, dropping down fast towards the Craignabar Hotel. It's undulating, the bright blind dips. Please be aware that's the end of your run. At the Craignabar Hotel, the road will be blocked, and if we can't get the people ahead of you through, there may be stationary traffic waiting in one of those blind dips. Just be aware of it and think as you're coming down there, you've had a great run, absolutely enjoyed it, seen the views. It's now time to back off the throttle, go through the gates, and there'll be our staff there to park you up and get you ready. You're parked up into the hotel, quick afternoon tea, and please obey the Scenic Car Tours team. They're asking you to take a very short time in there, have your cup of tea and move on, as the rest of your tour is coming in behind you. We wanted you to go to the Craignabar because it is such an iconic location, but please move on. And if you want to see more or go back for a meal, I think the voucher's in your pack, so you can do that, and the staff up there will show you the important places like the veranda and stuff like that that you might want to see. Please go back and enjoy it again. So that's me, that's all the bad news I've been asked to give you. All to be careful. I've got to finish off by saying, really, welcome to the Isle of Man. It is a great place. We're looking forward to working with you and all the guys from Scenic Car Tours on this festival. And I hope to see you shortly. Thank you very much.